day. I didn't flinch, I didn't look the other way. I played the part of the man who's finally moved on, the one who doesn't notice that the light is gone. But when I got to the car and I closed the door, I felt the weight of the shadow on the floor. They say that time is a healer, a steady hand, but I'm still sinking in the same old sand. I've burned the letters and I've cleared the shelf, but I can't seem to lie to my own self. Because I still care, God, I still care. I see a ghost in the empty air. I know we're over and I know we're through, but I can't find a version of me without you. The world thinks I'm fine, that I'm standing tall, but I'm just a prayer written on a wall. It's been a long year, but the truth is bare. I still care. I saw a photo of you laughing with someone new, and for a second I felt the sky turn blue. I wanna be happy that you found your peace, that you found a way to get your hearts released. But there's a selfish side that wants to stay in the memory of us on a rainy day. I'm still checking the weather where you are, like a traveler wishing on a dead cold star. I'm a master of the silence, a pro at the act, but my soul is a mirror that's permanently cracked. Because I still care, God, I still care. I see a ghost in the empty air. I know we're over and I know we're through, but I can't find a version of me without you. The world thinks I'm fine, that I'm standing tall, but I'm just a prayer written on a wall. It's been a long year, but the truth is there. I still care. Is it a weakness to keep holding the flame? I still feel a shiver when I hear your name. I should be angry, I should be cold, but I'm just a story that's been overtold. I'm the only one left at the end of the show, waiting for a person who already let go. Yeah, I still care, God, I still care. I'm breathing you in like the midnight air. I know we're over and I know we're through, but the heart doesn't do what the mind tells it to. The world thinks I'm fine, that I'm standing tall, but I'm just a shadow leaning on a wall. It's a brand new year, but the truth is bare. I still care. Still checking the phone, still hate being alone, still wearing your ring when no one's looking. I'll stop eventually, maybe, but tonight I still care. I still care. I thought I'd finally built the walls high enough this time. Found a way to breathe without it feeling like a crime. The cracks were filled with plaster, the windows were all sealed. I was starting to believe that a heart could actually be healed. But you walked in like a phantom through a door I forgot to lock. And now I'm staring at the pieces like a shattered kitchen clock. The glue didn't hold, the structure was too thin. And I'm standing in the rubble where the floor used to bend. I recognize the shadows, I remember this cold. It's a story I'm exhausted of having to be told. Now I'm broken again, right back at the start, with 1,000 jagged edges where I used to have a heart. It's a 22, you see winter, and the sky is turning gray as I watch the better version of me slowly drift away. I thought I was stronger, I thought I was through, but I'm just a pile of glass in the shape of loving you. Yeah, it's a familiar ache, it's a long lost friend, and God, it hurts to be broken again. I'm picking up the splinters, but they're cutting through my skin. Where do I start when I don't know where the end begins? The silence in this hallway is a weight I cannot run. I'm a moth who flew too close to a cold and lonely sun. I told my friends I'm fine, I told my mom I'm moving on, but I'm just a ghost waiting for a light that's already gone. Every I love you was a debt I couldn't pay, and now the debt collectors are taking everything away. I'm tracing the fault lines, I'm feeling the snap, I'm falling through the middle of a wide and open gap. Now I'm broken again, right back at the start, with 1,000 jagged edges where I used to have a heart. It's a 2020 swing and turn, and the sky is turning gray as I watch the better version of me slowly drift away. I thought I was stronger, I thought I was through, but I'm just a pile of glass in the shape of loving you. Yeah, it's a familiar ache, it's a long lost friend, and God, it hurts to be broken again. They say what doesn't kill you makes you something else instead, but I'm tired of being something while I'm wishing I was dead. You can't fix a vessel that's been shattered 50 times. Eventually the porcelain just turns into the grime. I'm out of tape, I'm out of hope, I'm out of breath to cry. I'm just a hollow hello hidden in a goodbye. Yeah, I'm broken again, right back at the floor. I don't think I can do this even one time more. It's the same old wreckage, the same old debris of the man I promised everyone that I would finally be. I thought I was stronger, I thought I was through, but I'm just a pile of glass in the shape of losing you. Yeah, it's a familiar ache, it's a bitter taste in God. It hurts to be broken again. Just one more piece that doesn't fit. Just one more lie that I can't get lit. Fragile, handle with care, but there's nothing left but empty air, broken again, again. The mirror shows a face I barely recognize. There's a desert in my soul and a winter in my eyes. I'm waiting for the storm, for the clouds to finally break, for the salt to sting my cheeks, but my own sanity's safe. But the pipes are all rusted and the well is run dry. I'm screaming underwater, but I cannot seem to cry. I'm shattering deep with a million promises I couldn't keep. I'm crying without tears tonight, a ghost in the dark hiding from the light. The pressure is building, it's heavy as lead, living with the echoes of everything you said. My heart is a rain cloud that won't let it go, drowning on the inside where it doesn't show. No streaks on my face, no red in my eyes, just the hollow sound of these tears cry. I see you in the hallway, I see you in the street, and I'm braced for the impact of the air when we meet. I wanna fall to pieces, I wanna make a scene to show you exactly how hollow I've been. But I just offer a smile that's as thin as a thread, while a hurricane rages inside of my head. The world thinks I'm moving, they think I'm okay, 'cause they can't see the river that's washing me away. The dam isn't breaking, the flood won't arrive, I'm just a hollow shell trying to feel alive. I'm crying without tears tonight, a ghost in the dark hiding from the light. The pressure is building, it's heavy as lead, living with the echoes of everything you said. My heart is a rain cloud that won't let it go, drowning on the inside where it doesn't show. No streaks on my face, no red in my eyes, just the hollow sound of these tears cry. Isn't worse when the pain has no way to escape, when the sorrow is a shadow with no physical shape. I'm begging for a drop, for a sign of the rain, to prove that I'm human, to validate the pain. But my eyes are like glass and my throat is a cage, and I'm stuck on the silent, unwritten page. Yeah, I'm crying without tears tonight, losing the battle, losing the fight. The pressure is building, it's heavy as lead. I'm mourning the living, I'm mourning the dead. My heart is a rain cloud that won't let it go, drowning on the inside where it doesn't show. No streaks on my face, no red in my eyes, just the hollow sound of these tearless cry. Bone dry, but I'm soaking wet, walking through a storm that hasn't happened yet. I'm crying, but my eyes are clear as the day you left. I'm staring at the ghost of a cursor blinking slow, in a room filled with the things we used to know. I found a photo titled with the month we met. It's a graveyard of the moments I haven't buried yet. My thumb is hovering over the remove, like that could somehow fix the way I move through this empty house, through this quiet life, cutting out the memories like a digital knife. One click to kill the summer in July, one click to make 1,000 I love yous alive. Now you just deleted history, a 404 where you used to be. I'm clearing out the cache, I'm wiping the screen, trying to forget every place that we've been. But the hard drive's heavy and the system is slow, 'cause the heart doesn't have a trash bin to let go. I've erased your name, I scrubbed the timeline clean, but you're still the only ghost in my machine. room still thinks that you're home, suggesting restaurants where I now sit alone. It shows me memories from 3 years ago today, before the colors and the pixels turn to gray. I'm selecting all, I'm hitting permanently delete, trying to make the separation feel complete. But there's a lag in my chest, a glitch in my breath. Every saved photo feels like a little death. One click to end the story we began, to prove I'm just a broken, lonely man. Now you just deleted history, a 404 where you used to be. I'm clearing out the cache, I'm wiping the screen, trying to forget every place that we've been. But the hard drive's heavy and the system is slow, cause the heart doesn't have a trash bin to let go. I've erased your name, I've scrubbed the timeline clean, but you're still the only ghost in my machine. You can't undo the way it felt to hold your hand. No software can erase the way we planned. I can format the disk and start it all new, but the motherboard is etched with the shape of you. The screen goes black, the power dies down, but I'm still lost in the data where I drown. I can't let you go, empty in the bin. Are you sure you wanna delete? Yes, but I'm still staring at the space where we used to meet. Deleted history, just a memory. Offline. Hanging on the back of the bedroom door, like a heavy velvet shadow on the hardwood floor. The silk is a shade of deep midnight blue, the color of the night. I lost the best of you. I spent an hour on my hair and my silver heels, not knowing how the edge of a heartbreak feels. Now it's crumpled in a corner, a discarded skin, holding all the sorrow that I'm drowning. Perfume is fading, but the memories loud. I was dressed for a dance, but I found a shroud. This is a dress I wore to watch you leave, with salt water stains on the lace of the sleeve. It saw the way you wouldn't look me in the eye. It felt the exact moment that our future died. It's beautiful and broken, the saddest piece of fabric that I've ever worn. I can't throw it out, but I can't let it lie. The dress I wore to cry. I remember how you zipped it up with trembling hands, back when we were making all those forever plans. You whispered I was stunned and you kissed my bare neck, before the whole world turned into guess I would've cried. Unzip the pain, let it fall to the floor. I'm not that good in that dress anymore. Midnight blue, turning to gray. I'm washing the tears of that dress away. I went back to the coffee shop where we carved our names. Everything looks different now, but everything's the same. The sun still hits the window at that angle in the afternoon, but the melody we hum together is a hollow haunted tune. I remember how you looked at me and said I was the one, while you were packing up your secrets and preparing for the run. You painted us a masterpiece with colors made of air, and I was so distracted that I didn't see the tear. I built a life on promises that had no place to land, like riding forever in the ripples of the sand. Now I'm standing in the wreckage, watching all the embers fly, realizing every I love you was just a beautiful lie. It wasn't a mistake, and it wasn't a mistake of fate. It was a cold and calculated way to make me wait. The stars were just reflection, the fire was just a spark that left me shivering. that love was a lie. No more always, no more forever. Just a hollow space where we were once together. I'm cleaning off the mirror, I'm clearing out the space, removing every shadow of your smiling face. Love was a lie, and I'm finally saying goodbye. The calendar is stuck on a page from last fall, when we swore we'd find a way to climb over the wall. I've spent a year chasing the ghost of a light, thinking if I tried harder I'd fix what wasn't right. I've got a drawer full of maps to a place we can't go, and a heart full of seeds that refuse to grow. I'm tired of the maybes and the just one more try, watching the sunset on another hollow sky. I'm dropping the anchor, I'm cutting the line. I'm done trying to turn this water into wine. I'm giving up on better days, I'm giving up on us, leaving all the Sundays to settle in the dust. I used to believe we were worth every scar, but I'm tired of wishing on a dead falling star. The optimism's empty, the hope has gone dry, and I'm too exhausted to even ask why. It's not that I hate you, it's just that I'm through giving up on the version of me that believed in you. There's a freedom in knowing that it's finally dead. No more what is spinning around in my head. The forecast is gray and it's staying that way, and for the first time in forever I think I'm okay. I'm not looking for silver linings in the rain. I'm just learning to live with the shape of the pain. I stop checking the weather, I stop checking the door, because I don't expect you to walk through anymore. The white flag is flying, the battle is done. I'm stepping out of the heat of a cold, lonely sun. I'm giving up on better days, I'm giving up on us, leaving all the Sundays to settle in the dust. I used to believe we were worth every scar, but I'm tired of wishing on a dead falling star. The optimism's empty, the hope is gone dry, and I'm too exhausted to even ask why. It's not that I hate you, it's just that I'm through giving up on the version of me that believed in you. Hope is a heavy thing to carry alone when you're trying to build on a foundation of stone. It's a weight off my shoulders to say we failed, to watch the ship sink that never even sailed. No more pretending the morning will break. I'm choosing the truth for my own sanity's sake. Yeah, I'm giving up on better days, I'm giving up on us, letting the tomorrows turn into the dust. I used to believe we were worth every scar, but I'm tired of reaching for a light that's too far. The optimism's empty, the well is run and giving up on you. It's finally day, and that's okay. No more searching for the sun. I'm just done giving up. Giving up. I check my reflection in the glass of the door. Put on the mask that I've been wearing since 4. I practice the curve of my lips in the light to make sure the light look perfectly right. Someone asks how I'm doing, I say I'm okay while I'm watching the ghost of us drifting away. It's an Oscar performance, a masterclass show, hiding the cracks that I don't wanna know. The muscles are aching, the corners are tight. I'm a neon sign burning in the middle of the night. And I'm weary of these fake smiles, tired of the act, trying to cover up the way that I cracked. It's a costume I wear so they don't see the rain, a paper thin shield for a tidal wave of pain. I'm laughing at jokes that I don't even hear while I'm drowning in everything I used to hold dear. It's a long way to fall and a hard way to lie. Behind every fake smile is a soul wanting to cry. I saw you across the room at a friend's 2026 New Year's Eve, and I saw the same shadow on your face. I believe you were glowing in white, you were center of the stage, but your eyes were a story on a blackened out page. We're two different actors in two different plays, lost in a static emotional haze. I wanted to break, I wanted to scream, but I just gave you a grin like a part of a dream. It's the heaviest weight that the person can bear, to look like you're happy when there's nobody there. And I'm weary of these fake smiles, tired of the act, trying to cover up the way that I cracked. It's a costume I wear so they don't see the rain, a paper thin shield for a tidal wave of pain. I'm laughing at jokes that I don't even hear while I'm drowning in everything I used to hold dear. It's a long way to fall and a hard way to lie. Behind every fake smile is a soul wanting to cry. What if I let the corners of my mouth finally drop? Would the world keep on spinning, or would everything stop? I'm terrified of the silence, I'm scared of the truth, that I've spent all my joy and I'm wasting my youth. Under the makeup, under the grin, is a heart that is hollow and paper thin. Yeah. Weary of these fake smiles, sick of the act, watching the mirror as I'm fading to black. It's a neon disguise so they don't see the gray as I'm slowly, surely just washing away. I'm nodding my head while I'm falling apart, keeping the secrets of a shattered up heart. It's a long way to fall and a hard way to lie. Behind every fake smile is a long lost goodbye. through the front door and don't make a sound. There's a heavy kind of quiet just hanging around. I go to the kitchen to pour me a glass and wait for the shadow I know won't pass. Your favorite book is still there on the shelf. I'm living in a house I don't know by myself. The air is too still and the ceiling's too high. It's a wide open space underneath a gray sky. I'm a frame with no picture, a clock with no gears, just a ghost of a man drowning in his own fears. And it's so empty, it's so empty without you. Everything I touch just reminds me of the truth. The bed is a desert, the hallway's a cave. I'm a king of a kingdom that I couldn't save. There's no echo of laughter, no shoes on the floor, just the hollowed out ring of a closing door. The world's still turning, but it's missing the blue. God, it's so empty, so empty without you. I went to the market and stood in the line. I saw someone smile and I wish they were mine. I reached for your hand, but I grabbed only air. It's the weight of the nothing that's harder to bear. I keep the TV on just for the noise, to drown out the ghosts of our girls and our boys that we talked about having when the future was bright. Now I'm just a witness to the dying of light. Oh, the coffee is bitter, the morning is cold. I'm holding a story that's already been told. And it's so empty, it's so empty without you. Everything I touch just reminds me of the truth. The bed is a desert, the hallway's a cave. I'm a king of a kingdom that I couldn't save. There's no echo of laughter, no shoes on the floor, just the hollowed out ring of a closing door. The world's still turning, but it's missing the blue. God is so empty without you. I could fill up the rooms with the finest of things, but I'd still feel the winter that your absence brings. I could crowd every corner with people I know, but the hollow inside me just continues to grow. It's a physical ache, it's a hole in my chest. A house isn't a home when it's failed the test. It's so empty without you. I'm looking for a reason and I haven't a clue. The bed is a desert, the hallway's a cave. I'm standing on the edge of a heart-shaped grave. There's no echo of laughter, no light in the hall, just the sound of my back hitting the wall. The world's still turning, but the colors are through. God is so empty without you. Just the wind in the chimney, just the creak in the floor, just me wondering what I'm living here for. Empty rooms, empty heart, watching the whole thing falling apart. Empty without you. I hang my jacket by the door and turn the deadbolt slow. The world outside thinks I'm the strongest person that they know. I laughed at lunch, I worked the shift, I played the steady part. I didn't let a single flicker show a breaking heart. But the silence of the hallway is a weight I can't ignore, and I'm collapsing like a shadow on the cold linoleum floor. The mask is on the counter now, the armor stripped away, and all the things I held inside are coming out to play. I'm a master of the ceiling, I'm a ghost inside the crowd. But here within these four walls, the weeping gets so loud. And I cry alone, where the shadows touch the ground, where the only thing that's moving is the salt water I found. I don't want a hand to hold, I don't want a shoulder near. I just want the dark to swallow every single bit of tear. It's a private kind of funeral, a secret kind of pain, falling in the middle of a house that's filled with rain. You're not here to see me break, and that's the way it has to be. I cry alone, so no one has to pity me. The bathroom mirror's fogging up, the water's running hot, trying to wash away the memory of the only love I got. I see the red around my eyes, the hollow in my cheeks, the physical expression of the way my spirit leaks. I wonder if you're out tonight, laughing in the light, while I'm a broken engine stalling in the middle of the night. There's no one here to tell me that it's gonna be okay, and honestly I prefer it when the world is kept away. Because if I let them see the ruin, if I let them see the scar, they try to fix a vessel that has drifted way too far. And I cry alone, where the shadows touch the ground, where the only thing that's moving is the salt water I found. I don't want a hand to hold, I don't want a shoulder near. I just want the dark to swallow every single bit of tear. It's a private kind of funeral, a secret kind of pain, falling in the middle of a house that's filled with rain. You're not here to see me break, and that's the way it has to pity me. Is it stronger to be silent? Is it braver to be cold? Or am I just a coward for the things I haven't told? I'm drowning in a puddle of the words I didn't say, washing out the traces of a long and lonely day. The pillow soaking through, the air is getting thin, and I'm losing every battle to the war that's deep within. Yeah, I cry alone in the middle of the night, when there's no one left to tell me that I'm gonna be alright. I don't need a witness to the way I'm falling down. I'm a king of nothing, wearing a heavy silver crown. It's a private kind of funeral, a secret kind of pain, falling in the middle of a house that's filled with rain. You're not here to see me break, and that's the way it has to be. I cry alone, so no one has to pity me. Turn off the light, close the eyes, wait for the sun to help me with the lies. I'll wake up tomorrow, I'll put the mask back on, and no one will know that I was ever gone. I cry alone, just me and the The screen is dimming down to a charcoal gray, just like the light at the end of this day. I'm watching the corner, that sliver of red, counting the minutes Remnants of the things left unsaid. We're down to the wire, we're within on the air. I'm reaching for cables that aren't even there. The bar is a heartbeat, skipping a pace, while I'm staring at pixels of your tired face. I got so much to tell you before the screen goes black, but the clock is a thief, and it's not giving back. Yeah. I'm on a battery of 1%, running on the echoes of the time we spent. The signal is fading, the world's getting cold. I'm losing the only hand I wanted to hold. Don't say goodbye before the power dies. I'm chasing the glow in your digital eyes. One more second, then I'm left in the dark, a cold piece of glass with a broken heart. The warning is popping up, low power mode, like my heart didn't know it was about to explode. I wanna go back to when the charge was full, before the distance started to pull. I'm typing I love you, but the keys are so slow. I'm terrified of where the last sparks go. If I lose a connection, if the line goes dead, will you forget the things that I never said? The circle is spinning, the end is so near. I'm shouting your name so the silence won't hear. I'm on a battery at 1%, running on the echoes of the time we spent. The signal is fading, the world's getting cold. I'm losing the only hand I wanted to hold. Don't say goodbye before the power dies. I'm chasing the glow in your digital eyes. One more second, then I'm left in the dark, a cold piece of glass with a broken heart. It's a race against a zero, a fight with the void, watching the bridge that we built get destroyed. No plug in the wall, no spark in the wild, just the smoke of a love that's lost its fire. I'm holding my breath as the screen starts to flicker. The end of us is coming, and it's coming much quicker. I can see your lips are moving, but I can't hear the sound. 1%, the dark and only thing left to be found. I'm sorry I couldn't. I'm sorry I couldn't stay. I went to buy your favorite coffee today, then remembered I'm the only one drinking it anyway. I stood in the aisle where the light hits the floor, waiting for a shadow that doesn't walk through the door. There's a space on a sofa that's wider than miles, and the silence in the kitchen where we used to trade smiles. The calendar's a cliff I'm just trying not to climb, living in the wreckage of a frozen over time. I'm a map with no destination, a song with no sound, trying to find my balance on this hollow feeling ground. And I lost you in the middle of a beautiful dream. Now I'm stitching coming loose at every single seam. I'm a ghost in a house that we built out of light, trying to make it through the dark of the night. You were my gravity, you were my north. Now I'm just a drifter running back and forth. The world keeps on turning, but the colors are through. Everything is gray since I lost you. I found your old sweatshirt at the back of the drawer. It smells like a memory I can't afford to ignore. I wore it to bed just to feel close to the skin of the person I'm never gonna hold again. And I talk to the ceiling, I talk to the air, begging for a sign that you're still standing there. But the air is just empty and the silence is deep, and I'm guarding a secret that I can't even keep. I'm a ship with no anchor, a bird with no sky, stuck in the echo of a permanent goodbye. Yeah, I lost you in the middle of a beautiful dream. Now I'm stitches coming loose at every single seam. I'm a ghost in a house that we built out of light, trying to make it through the dark of the night. You were my gravity, you were my north. Now I'm just a drifter wandering back and forth. The world keeps on turning, but the colors are through. Everything is gray since I lost you. They say that it's better to have loved than to lose, but they didn't have to walk a single mile in my shoes. They don't see the earthquake that's tearing me down, or the way that I'm screaming without making a sound. I'd trade every tomorrow just to have one before, to see you standing there by the open front door. Oh, I lost you in the middle of a beautiful dream. Now I'm stitches coming loose at every single seam. I'm a ghost in a house that we built out of light, trying to make it through the dark of the night. You were my gravity, you were my north. Now I'm just a drifter wandering back and forth. The world keeps on turning, but the colors are through. Everything is gray since I lost you. I lost you, and I haven't found myself yet. Just a face in the crowd on a dead-end street, still waiting for the moment our eyes finally meet, but they won't. I lost you. I stayed up late to fix the things I couldn't see, between the person that you wanted and the man I'll always be. I memorized your silences, I mapped out every mood. I traded in my pride just to keep you in the good. I carried every suitcase, I weathered every storm. I tried to keep the fire lit, to keep your spirit warm, but the wood was always soaking and the wind was always high. No matter how I fanned the spark, it reached up for the sky. My hands are blistered from the ropes I tried to hold, waiting for a story that would finally unfold. I tried my best, I gave you all I had to give. I put my heart on life support so ours could finally live. I ran until my lungs burned, I fought until I fell. you were looking past me at a horizon I couldn't see, and nothing I could offer was enough to make you stay with me. I didn't leave a stone unturned, I didn't miss a beat. I laid my whole existence down like a carpet for your feet. I'm standing in the wreckage of the work of all these years, washing off the failure with a river full of tears. I tried my best, I gave you all I had to give. I put my heart on life support so ours could finally live. I ran until my lungs burned, I fought until I fell, trying to build a heaven in the middle of this hell. But you can't save a house when the foundation is sand, and you can't hold a heart that doesn't wanna hold your hand. It's a bitter pill to swallow, it's a heavy chest to lift, knowing I tried my best and you walked away instead. Maybe my best was never what you needed to find, or maybe you were seeking something I'm not designed to be. But I can't hate the person that I was when I was trying, even if that person is currently inside me, slowly dying. I'm empty now, I'm hollowed out, I've got nothing left to spend. This is what it looks like when you fight until the end. Yeah, I tried my best, I gave you every single part. I bled until there wasn't any left inside my heart. I ran until my lungs burned, I fought until I fell, trying to be the savior in a broken down hotel. But you can't save a house when the foundation is sand, and you can't hold a heart that doesn't wanna hold your hand. It's a lonely kind of hollow, it's a heavy weight of lead, knowing I tried my best and you're gone anyway instead. I tried, God knows I tried. I haven't got a single drop or more left inside. I'm closing up the shop, I'm letting go the rope, giving up the ghost and giving up the hope. I tried my best, now I'll just try to rest. I pass a mirror in a shop window today, and for a second I look the other way, because the person looking back is tired eyes and a heart that's grown too heavy for its size. I see a stranger in the pictures on the wall, before the winter came and started the fall. I'm wearing your old flannel to keep out the chill, but I'm just a ghost that's standing perfectly still. I'm haunted by the version of me that you loved, the one who was certain, the one you were proud of. And I'm wishing I was someone else tonight, someone who didn't lose the fight, someone who could sleep without hearing your name, someone who didn't let it all go up in flames. I wanna trade this skin for a brand new See the people laughing at the table next to mine, and I wonder how it feels to have a spine, to have a mind that isn't a map of your street, to have a pulse that doesn't skip a beat. I wanna be the guy who never met you at all, who never had to watch the great empire fall. I wanna be a person who's never known your touch, because knowing what I've lost is just a little too much. I'm tired of the memories, I'm tired of the ache, I'm tired of being the one who had to break. And I'm wishing I was someone else tonight, someone who didn't lose the fight, someone who could sleep without hearing your name, someone who didn't let it all go up in flames. I wanna trade this skin for a brand new start and find a rib cage for a much stronger heart, 'cause being me is a price I can't pay. Wishing I was someone else 1,000 miles away. I'd be a sailor, I'd be a king, I'd be anyone who doesn't feel a thing. I'd be the wind, I'd be the stone, anything but this man sitting here alone. I'm so sick of the sound of my own lonely voice. If I could disappear, I'd make that choice. Yeah, I'm wishing I was someone else tonight, someone who's living in a different light, someone who doesn't wake up reaching for you, someone who knows exactly what they have to do. I wanna trade this skin for a brand new start and find a home for this shattered heart, 'cause being me is a price I can't pay. Wishing I was someone else 1,000 miles away. Anyone but me, anyone who's free. I'll close my eyes and try to pretend that I'm someone else until the very end. Coffee's getting cold on the kitchen wood. I pour it out and move on if I only could. Your keys are on the counter, a heavy pile of metal. Watching the dust of our explosion start to settle. I woke up reaching for the space where you sleep, but the indentation's shallow and the silence is deep. There's a strange kind of peace when the fighting is done, like the quiet of a battlefield when everyone is one. No more doors slamming, no more who's to blame, just a sudden freezing logic of losing the game. Last night was the end, but we didn't say the words, just the loudest silence that I've ever heard. The final I love you felt like a goodbye, a slow motion crash under a mid-August sky. We ran out of road, we ran out of light, and the morning is cold because of last night. No more, see you later, no more, maybe then. Last night, the hardest part of the fall. The end. The blue light is the only lamp I've got, burning a hole through the center of my thought. The sheets are still cold on your side of the bed while I reread the ghosts of the things that you said. I'm scrolling through threads of a life we once shared, searching for signs that you still might have cared. But the timestamp is frozen, a blade in the night, in the glow of a screen. That's the only thing bright. I'm refreshing the window, I'm checking the status while the silence between us becomes a hiatus. You were last seen at 3 a.m., the hour when the shadows start closing in, a tiny gray line where a heart used to be. Now you're online, but you're not here for me. The world is asleep, but I'm wide awake, counting the seconds, it's taking a break. You're a ghost in the wires, a phantom, a friend, last seen at 3 a.m. and never again. Oh, never again. Maybe you're scrolling through photos of us, or maybe you're moving on without a fuss. Are you typing a message you're scared to send, or just watching the way that our history ends? I see that you're online, my heart takes a leap, but the typing bubble is a promise you won't keep. It flickers a second and vanishes fast, just another small piece of a love that didn't last. The moon is descending, the sky's turning gray, and you're just a click and a lifetime away. You were last seen at 3 a.m., the hour when the shadows start closing in, a tiny gray line where a heart used to be. Now you're online, but you're not here for me. The world is asleep, but I'm wide awake, counting the seconds, it's taking a break. You're a ghost in the wires, a phantom, a friend, last seen at 3 a.m. and never again. Is there someone else making you laugh at this hour while I'm in the ruins of our ivory tower? I'm haunted by digits, I'm cursed by the time, waiting for a signal, waiting for a sign. But the active status fades 2 minutes ago, and I'm left with the weight of the things I don't know. You were last seen at 3 a.m., the hour when the shadows start closing in, a tiny gray line where a heart used to be. Now you're online, but you're not here for me. The world is asleep, but I'm wide awake, counting the seconds, it's taking a break. You're a ghost in the wires, a phantom, a friend, last seen at 3 a.m. and never again. 301, 302, still waiting for a version of you. The sun's coming up, the screen's turning dim. You were last seen, last seen. I'm still looking for you at red pin at the top of the list, like a bruise on my thumb that I need to insist. The date says December, the night of the rain. Before you became just a source of the pain, I read these 5 words 1,000 times, or until the blue bubble don't mean nothing no more. It's the period at the end of a 4-year-long run, the cold digital proof that we're finally done. I type out a novel, then I hit delete, leaving the silence to make us complete. It's the last text from my ex on a Friday night, the final flickering of a dying light. No, I'm sorry, no wages, I'm dropping your keys. A short, sharp sentence that brought me to my knees. Now I'm staring at the screen till my vision gets blurred by the weight of the world in one final word. It's the end of the story, the closing of the hex, just a timestamp and the last text from my ex. The typing dots used to make my heart race, like a promise of heaven in a virtual space. Now there's just a delivered and a read at 10:02. The last time I'll ever be me and you. I wanna play with a why or a please, but I'm choking on pride while I'm down on my knees. I should archive the chat, I should wipe the cache clean, but I'm haunted by the pixels on this 5-inch screen. One final ping, then the ringer went shy, a technology version of a final goodbye. It's the last text from my ex on a Friday night, the final flickering of a dying light. No, I'm sorry, no wages, I'm dropping your keys. A short, sharp sentence that brought me to my knees. Now I'm staring at the screen till my vision gets blurred by the weight of the world in one final word. It's the end of the story, the closing of the hex, just a timestamp and the last text from my ex. I could block the number, I could burn the phone, but I'm scared to truly be this alone. As long as it's there, as long as it glows, it's the only part of you that I still get to hold. Even if it's cold, even if it's me, it's the last breath of us inside the machine. Yeah, it's the last text from my ex on a Friday night, the final flickering of a dying light. No, I love you, no stages, I'm over the mess, leaving me here in this digital stress. Now I'm staring at the screen till my vision gets blurred by the ghost of a love in a 4-letter word. It's the end of the story, the closing of the hex, just a timestamp and the last text from my ex. Take care, that's all you had to say. Take care. As you walked away, I'm hitting the power, I'm letting it go, but I still see your name in the afterglow. Last text. As I'll keep the porch lamp burning gold, to keep away the shadows and the creeping cold. The hallway switches up, the kitchen's in a glow, just in case you're driving by and feeling low. I know the neighbors wonder why the house is bright in the middle of the deepest part of the night, but I'm terrified to think of you out in the rain, trying to find a doorstep to but it's the only way to keep a little hope alive. I'm leaving lights on for you, baby, every night. In case you're lost and looking for a little bit of light. I haven't changed the locks, I haven't moved a chair. I'm just illuminating all this empty air. I know you said it's over, that we're better off apart, but I can't find the master switch to dim this broken heart. So I'll be the lighthouse on this lonely shore, leaving lights on for you until you walk through the door. The bedside lamp is flickering, it's getting too, waiting for the shadow that looks like you. I read by the window until the stars turn gray, chasing the ghosts of our yesterday. If I turn them off, it means I finally let go. It means the house is empty and I'm the last to know. So I leave the chandelier burning in the hall, painting your name on every single wall. It's a beacon for a ship that's already gone down, a bright yellow island in this dark, quiet town. Yeah, I'm leaving lights on for you, baby, every night. In case you're lost and looking for a little bit of light. I haven't changed the locks, I haven't moved a chair. I'm just illuminating all this empty air. I know you said it's over, that we're better off apart, but I can't find the master switch to dim this broken heart. So I'll be the lighthouse on this lonely shore, leaving lights on for you until you walk through the door. They say that out of sight means out of mind, but I'm scared of what the darkness might find. If I sit in the blackness, I have to face the truth that I'm wasting the last of my lonely glowing youth. So I'll keep the fire burning in every single room, a neon sanctuary against the looming doom. Yeah, I'm leaving lights on for you, baby, every night. I'm the only house for miles, still putting up a fight. I haven't changed the locks, I haven't moved a chair. I'm still breathing in your memory like it's oxygen in the air. I know you said it's over and you're never coming back, but I can't stand the thought of the world turning black. So I'll be the lighthouse on this lonely shore, leaving lights on for you like I did before. The sun's coming up, but I'm still leaving the kitchen light on, just in case. Just in case you forgot your keys, just in case you're coming home to me. Good night, my love. See you in the I parked the car 3 houses down the street, just to catch my breath and find my feet. The engine ticked like a bomb in the dark, while I looked at our names carved into the bar. I had my bags packed in the trunk like a crime, trying to on the ghost of our time. But every mile I drove felt like pulling a thread from the heart that I left in the middle of our bed. I knew it was right, but it felt so wrong to walk out the door where I used to belong. Oh, leaving you was so hard to do, like tearing a mountain right in two. It wasn't the anger or the things that you said, it was The highway was empty, the radio dead, just the sound of your voice spinning around in my head. I kept seeing your face when I hit the brakes, adding up the sum of our beautiful mistakes. I wanted to turn, I wanted to slide back to the safety of having you by my side, but the bridge was already beginning to burn. There's a point on the road where you just can't return. My hands were shaking on the steering wheel, trying to forget how your skin used to feel. Oh, leaving you was so hard to do, like tearing a mountain right into. It wasn't the anger or the things that you said, it was the I love you still alive in my head. Something new, believing you was the hardest thing I'll ever do. It's easy to leave when the love has turned cold, when there's nothing left for a person to hold. But leaving while loving is a different kind of hell, a story that nobody knows how to tell. I'm breaking my own heart to save what is left of a soul that's been state of theft. Yeah, leaving you was so hard to do. I'm still covered in the pieces of you. It wasn't the fighting or the tears that we cried, it was a part of me that stayed by your side. I reached for the handle, I looked in the glass and let the best version of myself pass. They say that it's brave start something new, believing you was the hardest thing I'll ever do. So hard, so heavy, leaving you was the hardest thing I'll ever do. The asphalt shimmering under a brutal sun. The neighbors have their sprinklers on and the kids are on the run. There's a heat wave warning on the radio at 10. The kind of weather where the air feels like a heavy hand. I'm sitting on the porch in a thick wool coat, with a winter kind of silence caught inside my throat. The thermometer is climbing, hitting 94, but I haven't felt a spark since you walked out the door. The sunflowers are bowing, the grass is turning brown, but I'm shivering in the middle of this burning town. It's a summer heat, but I'm freezing to the bone. A mid-July blizzard when I'm sitting here alone. The sun is a liar, it can't reach where I am. Buried in the wreckage of our broken hologram. Everybody's diving in the water, blue Your skin felt like a fever I never wanted to break. Now I'm ice and silver and my hands begin to shake. I go to the beach just to feel the sand burn, but the warmth is a lesson I can't seem to learn. The ice in my lemonade doesn't even melt. It's a physical reflection of the way that I felt. The humidity is rising. It's thick enough to touch, but I'm cold because I loved you just a little bit too much. It's the summer heat, but I'm freezing to the bone. A mid-July blizzard when I'm sitting here alone. The sun is a liar, it can't reach where I am. Buried in the wreckage of our broken hologram. Everybody's diving in the water, blue and deep, while I'm buried under blankets, trying hard to sleep. The world is on fire, the sky is golden bold, but it's summer heat, and I'm so damn cold. Give me a sunburn, give me a sting, anything to feel a drop of what the seasons bring. But the frost is in my marrow and the winter's in my head. I'm a polar night living in a flower bed. You took the thermostat when you took your heart and left me in a climate where the shadows never part. Ooh, yeah, the summer heat, but I'm freezing to the bone. Walking through a desert, feeling like a stone. The sun is a giant, but he's got no heat for me. I'm locked inside a January that no one else can see. Everybody's laughing in the long light days, while I'm lost and shivering in a frozen haze. The world is on fire, the sky is golden bold, but it's summer heat, and I'm so damn cold. 98 degrees, and I can see my breath, the middle of the dog days, and it feels like a little death. I'm cold, baby. I'm so cold.